So here we are again. This is part 2 of the strategy that I used to pass the eval in the pro account and ultimately earn my way into a live pro plus account with Take Profit Trader. In part 1, I explained that I use these secret levels from our containment zones as support and resistance levels, and there's a specific way that I trade them. You can see here that we had a containment zone right on the 1 hour chart, and this containment zone produced a secret level, which is the overlapping gap of this zone. And in this example, it's when price traded below the zone here that gave us an opportunity to go down to the 1 minute time frame to look for our entry. And you can see here that there were multiple opportunities, and I'm just going to turn off the indicators so we can just see the secret levels. You can see that there were multiple opportunities. There was one here where we traded higher into this secret level where we had a bearish bias. So here we would have been looking for short trades. And then as we traded down into this secret level here, we would look for bullish trades because we're bullish until a candle closes below it. And then again, as we traded higher into this level, we're looking for bearish trades. As we trade over, and this is specifically how I like to trade because it only leaves me with two options when we trade over a zone. So as we trade up into this, I am bearish, right? So that means I only have one option, right? So this candle is going to either close above the zone or it's going to close back below it. So as we trade above it, I'm looking for lower time frame bearish opportunities. So let's hop down to the 1 minute and just take a look and see how we could have entered or used containment zones to enter some of these trades. But before we do that, let's just mark out exactly where these levels exist. Okay, so we'll draw a box here so that it's easy to find on the lower time frame, and we'll extend it out and we'll just make this yellow, okay, so we can easily find it. And then again, we'll just go up here and we'll draw out this box so that we can just easily find this on the lower time frame as well. We want to look at the candles that traded below the zone. So we'll just go in here and we'll mark out these candles so that we can find them. And we'll just make it purple box. And here's another one that traded below the zone. Okay, so let's hop down to the 1 minute and see and take a look at our entry method. Okay, so what are we looking at here? So the yellow box we know is our 1 hour secret level zone, right? And these two purple boxes are the 2 hours that we traded below the zone. Okay, so if we just take a look at them, right? So as we traded below this zone in this hour, we were bullish, right? And you can see that we traded into a breakout gap and a secret level from a 1 minute containment zone. So if we just look left here, you see this containment zone here gave us a breakout with a gap, gave us a secret level. Price retested that gap and it moved away, right? So this remained a level. So when we traded below this level, we traded right into this breakout gap and right into this 1 minute overlapping gap. So this would have been an opportunity to enter a trade, right? So we could have entered there and set our stop right below the containment zone. Okay, and you can see if we had done that, we could have taken this further up, right? That would have been a nice trade. And if we take a look into the next hour, right, this is our next hourly candle that traded below the zone. This is the setup that we look for. We look for a lower time frame containment zone into a key level, right? So this containment zone is here because a decision needs to be made, right? We need to decide if we're going to continue bearish or if we're going to reverse and close back above our 1 hour level. So you can see that we came down and we hit that same containment zone, and then a new containment zone was created where we had a breakout candle that gave us a gap. And we can see here that we retested that gap here and we moved away. So an entry on the breakout, right, could have been here on the retest of this breakout. And we set our stop below the zone and a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, it's up to you. So I normally try to find the next target. Okay, so for me, this would have been the next target here, up here in this area. And we can see that price moved right up into that target. Here we are back on the 1 hour chart, and we can see that price reacted from that secret level and it moved up. Okay, moved up here where it created a containment zone. let's take a look at this candle here, right? And we'll just take a look on the lower time frame to see if there was an opportunity to enter a trade when price traded into this level. Okay, so here we are back on the 1-minute chart, and we can see here that this yellow zone is our 1 hour higher time frame secret level. So as we traded into it, remember we're bearish below it, you can see here on the 1 minute that we created a containment zone from it, right? So price created a containment zone. It gave us a breakout, right? We traded back into this breakout, right? And into the secret level, and then we moved down from there. Okay, so we could have taken an entry on the retest, put our stop above the zone, and targeted the next level, which could have been here, could have been here. Here we are back on the 1 hour chart, and we can see that from this zone, right, price traded back down to this secret level. But as I said before, the candles that I like to trade are the candles that only give me two options, which is really inevitably only one option. So this candle here is the one that gave me two options. It's either going to close below this zone as it traded below it, or it's going to close back above the zone. Okay, so let's go down to the 1 minute and take a look to see if there was an opportunity to enter this trade on the 1 minute chart. Okay, so here we are on the 1 minute chart, and we can identify this yellow zone as our 1 hour level that we've seen before. And so we are bullish above this zone until a 1 hour candle closes below it. So as we trade below it, we're looking for opportunities to be bullish, right? So in this hour of trading, we can see that this candle, this 1 hour candle, traded below the zone, and it traded into a 1 minute gap and a 1 minute secret level, right? And so once price traded into these levels, we're looking for a reason to be bullish because that's our 1 hour bias. So as you can see, we created a containment zone here, right? We had a breakout, and let me zoom in so we can see this. We had a containment zone that gave us a breakout candle that gave us a gap. We traded above the gap, traded back into the secret level, okay? Here's the 1 minute secret level right there. I'll just create that as a box so we can see it. That's the overlapping gap of this containment zone. You can see that we traded back into it to test it. So this could have been your entry. Set your stop below the containment zone or below here, right? And we can target the next zone or a 1 to 2, 3. Let's take a look at our last example. Okay, so here we are back on the 1 hour, and we'll just take a look at these two candles here. Okay. So these two candles traded over our zone where we are bearish. So as we trade into this secret level, we're bearish below it until a candle closes above it. So as we trade above it, we're looking for reasons to be bearish. Okay, so here we are on the 1 minute, and here are the 2 hours that traded over and above our secret level on the 1 hour chart. Now let's just replay this so that we can see if there were any containment zones, and there were. So we can see that price traded up into this bearish zone, right, up over our level, where we're looking to be bearish below this level, and it gave us a containment zone that gave us a bearish breakout, and it moved lower. Okay, price came back to test the secret level, and let me just turn off breakout gaps so we can see the secret level a little better. And I'll delete these. Okay, so price came back and traded into the secret level for this containment zone, and it held. So this would have been a low risk entry. Place your stop above here. And we could have targeted trading back below the zone, or we could have targeted secret levels here. Okay. So you can see how simple the strategy is once you understand what you're looking at. So that's the exact strategy that I use to pass the take profit trader eval, get into the pro account, and had the opportunity to move into the live account. Okay, so I'll post more of my trading journey once I get into the live account, and hopefully you guys learned something from this. Like and subscribe if you found this content to be helpful, and thanks for watching.